So yogis, welcome for your practice today. Today a slow flow. Last week's practice was quite dynamic and uplifting. So today we'll just take a nudge back into a slow flow, which really gives us the opportunity to go back to basic. So when you're ready, come to lie down onto your back. We'll actually start in Savasana. And we'll obviously finish there as well. So it's this nice, beautiful full circle that we'll practice today. And as you begin to lie onto your back, just kind of hug the shoulder scapula together onto the back. So we find a little bit of opening straight away. And the opportunity for every single muscle to fully relax. Now, if this brings any ache or pains into your lower back, then you can always bend your knees and have the knees tumble together and take the feet to the width of the mat. So this could be really nice, both at the beginning and at the end of practice in your Savasana. As always, let's close down the eyes. Let's take a deep and long breath in. And a really big sigh out. And let the breath flow naturally for a moment. And as we start to look a little closer at this breath, see if you can bring that all the way into the belly. So let this next breath be received in a soft belly. And let it fall through a heavy belly. The belly rises with every breath in. Falls with every breath out. Now try from here on out to breathe in and out through the nose. Unless you're heavily congested, just to soothe and keep our nervous system nice and calm. And for my more seasoned yogis, a little highlight to Ujjayi breath, and that's that whisper sound kind of breath. If you were to ever practice at studios, you might hear that whisper kind of sound in the back of the throat for students around and in the room. And so it's almost like you're trying to fog up a window, but with the mouth closed. And so you bring the back of your tongue to the roof of your throat, quite far throughout the back. And that gives that whisper, that ocean sound type of a breath. Not aggressively or unnecessarily hard, but if you would have someone quite next to you, they would hear that breath. Let's practice that for a few rounds. This will heat up the body and lengthen the breath. Three more breaths in stillness here. Just you, your mat, and Ujjayi breath. Keep the eyes closed if you're quite comfortable with my cues, and otherwise just gently open the eyes. We'll bring the arms to rest on the floor overhead, and absolutely you can bend the elbows, right? It's just not even possible for most of us to have the arms straight without bending the elbows overhead. If you can get them straight, go on out and straighten those arms. And then when you're ready, we just begin to lift the left leg. So just the left leg, lift. Yeah, big or small, doesn't matter, just whatever you can do. Left leg goes down and then the right leg to lift. It might feel very different, it might feel quite the same. We lift the left arm And bring that down, and then the right arm up and down. Nothing in a rush here. And then slowly we bring both the left arm and the left leg lifted up. And bring that down. Everything on the right side, arm and leg lift. And bring that down. And slowly we bring the left leg and the right hand up. Lift. And then the other side, left hand, right leg, lift. Take another round of big breath in, and then see if you can lift all of your limbs. Your legs and your arms lift. Your head might stay down, and then slowly bring that down. So everything kind of got strong through the core. I will take one more lift here. Feel free to keep your head down or lift it up to you. 3, 2, and 1. Lift the arms, lift the legs. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring this down. Set the soles of the feet down to the floor and give yourself then a little rock from there and out, a little massaging through the lower back. Lovely. Stepping the feet down to the floor. Interlace the fingers right behind your head. Always nice to start with a bit of core work. It just really sets us up for better balance throughout as well. So there's no rush here. And we'll just come up on the inhale, and the exhale takes us down. So you can really move with your own pace. And because today is a slow flow, maybe move a little slower than you're used to. And see with that, if you can just maybe lift a little higher through your shoulders. Just give a little bit more than you're used to. Now we continue to take these ab curls, but every time we take an ab curl, you bring one knee into tabletop. And then bring your foot down, and then changing the leg. Squeezing rib and hip together. Squeeze. Try and keep that breath in and out through the nose still, so we keep ourselves quite calm, trying not to get out of breath here. Now you might continue with this one, or every time you come up, you extend the arm past the outside of the leg, so whatever side you're at. And then just coming all the way down and coming all the way up and hook cross. And if coordination is simply not your thing and this confuses you, then please don't feel like you need to do this. You can stay up and down with your legs changing every time. Yeah, we'll take this for about 10 more seconds, so it's up to you how many you do. I'd love for you to do it equally on both sides though, naturally. Last 5 seconds. I'm taking my last one just to ensure I've done it equally on both sides. And then slowly again, hug those knees into your chest, a little rocking and a little circling massage out the back. Good, anyone with back issues, just feel free to roll to one side and come onto hands and knees. But if you don't have any back issues, you might take a bit of rocking, right? 3 rounds up and down, and we'll all meet into tabletop, which is hands and knees. So hands come right underneath the shoulders, the spine is long, and the knees come right underneath your hips. We'll start into our tabletop and move very classic into our cat-cow. So when you're ready, inhale, you begin to look up. Heart opens, this is our cow, and then exhale like an angry cat, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone. Can you press around into the upper back, chin to chest, look at the belly button. Inhale again. See here if you can already begin to find some length into the breath. And so rather than moving quite quickly, can you take this a little slower? Can you find as much range of movement as possible into the spine? And once we've done about 5 of these, then we'll begin to work into and move into our curious cat-cow, which is that sideward movement. So once you've done your 5, slowly just on the inhale, you look through to one side of your hips, and then exhale to the other sides. And so you feel that side body lengthen more. Inhale through center, exhale, twist. Hands firmly down, inhale through center, exhale, twist. And again, work at the pace of your breath, try not to rush this. One side you might feel a lot. See if you need to lower or lift. Kind of close your eyes and start to freestyle this a little bit more. So move where you feel like you need that movement. One more last round of breath. And then very slowly we come back again. So the fingers spread widely and they really ground into the floor here. We curl the toes and then we just lift the knees like not even an inch off the floor and just hold it there. See if you can kind of push into the back muscles but keep the collarbones wide and open. Some softness into those elbows, the belly lifts and we hold for 3. Make sure you're breathing here for 2. Easy to forget, right? And then we want lifting up and back into our first downward facing dog. And feel free to just move a little here. Yeah, you can pedal those heels down. I always say go walk your dog. Yeah, so just kind of find your downward dog and just move through where you feel like it needs a bit of love, a little movement, a little breath. And that can be any kind. We'll take 3 more breaths in our downward facing dog. You can either be still or you're moving. Checking in the meantime that our feet are hip width apart and your heels are invisible. Our gaze is in between the toes and the ankles. And then really scooping the belly in and finding this length as we lift the sit bones as high as possible up towards the ceiling. And then wrap those triceps together. See if you can press between the thumb and the index finger into the mat as well. One more round of breath here. Try and find length into the spine, length into your neck, and then even length onto the back of your legs. And then slowly coming to walk all the way forward until you cannot walk any further forward. And this is where we hang upside down. Just shake out your head, but please ensure that your knees are bent. It's very easy otherwise to overstretch the lower back. So really bend your knees. Stomach is resting on the thighs. Can you shake your head, yes and no? Can you move your body right to left? Just let gravity do the work here, but you make sure that you're nice and heavy here. Take one more last round of breath here. And then we curl all the way up nice and slowly, vertebra by vertebra for one big breath in. And that means that we're all the way at the top of our mat into a mountain pose, a Tadasana. Let's welcome ourselves to our practice and let's flow yogis. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, take a forward fold. So in the forward fold, touch the fingertips besides the toes and bring your forehead to your knee. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Hands to shin, straight spine, lengthening to the toes, the spine forward. And then slowly step into a high plank. High plank. First time we are here in today's practice. So again, like that little tabletop, can you press around into the upper back, but still keep the collarbones open and hold it again with strong legs, strong arms, strong determination for 3, for 2, and 1. We lower the knees down. We look forward, shift forward, inhale to stay. We'll take 3 chaturanga push-ups. So elbows in as you come halfway down only. Elbows touch the ribs. Inhale, press back up. Exhale again, tuck that tailbone, elbows to touch the ribs. And even if you just go 1 inch, that's okay as well. Press back, last round, because it's fun. Inhale to stay. Exhale, come halfway down, hold for 3. Hold for 2. And lower down for 1. Baby cobra. Fingertips are underneath the shoulders. We're lifting and peeling and lengthening off the floor. Keep your feet as close as they can together, toenails to the floor. There's no weight in my hands, but I do squeeze my elbows into my waistline. Look forward on the floor. 1 more inhale, lift, lift, lift. And then exhale, curl the toes, push through the knees, back to downward facing dog. 1 breath in. Lift those sit bones, 1 breath out. Inhale, look forward and step your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, again lengthen into the toes, peel your heart forward. Exhale, bend your knees, forehead to knees, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Big breath in. When the lungs are full, the hands touch. Exhale, empty and fold. Lengthen that breath. Inhale, dance out those movements. Heart forward, shoulders, scapula hug together onto your back. Exhale, step back to high plank. So you can come back to your knees. Otherwise, stay in a plank. Shoot yourself forward. Elbows still brush the ribs as we lower down all the way. Into a little baby cobra. Shoulders down and back. Long neck. And then downward facing dog again to come back to for one breath in. And out. And as we make our way forward, notice if you have one dominant leg that always takes the lead. Try and change that up. And alternate that. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Hands touch at the top. Exhale, forward fold again. Halfway lift, lengthen. Inhale, it's energizing that way. Exhale here too. Notice which foot you always step back with and change that up. Feel free to always come to the knees. You can keep changing this up and exhale to lower down slowly. For your back bend cobra, if you're ready for more, you have a super happy and healthy lower back, you might go for an up dog. The thighs, knees lift, but I want the shoulders to be open, wide and peeling back, neck long. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last round, guys. Inhale, look forward. Maybe even bend through those knees and give it a little hop to the top. Flattening the spine on the in-breath. And exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Grow a little taller every time we get here. And exhale to fold. And inhale to halfway lift. And then exhale again, step back to your plank. And lower down from the knees or from your plank. Inhale, take that back bend, which you prefer as long as it comes with length, openness, and increase of space. And then downward dog is where we meet. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more breaths here. So those sun salutations are so nice to warm up. And once these become kind of autopilot to you, then it's such a nice thing to just do whenever, wherever. Last round of breath here. Can we lift the sit bones a little bit higher up into the sky? Bend your knees if you need to a little for this. And then inhale, look forward, bend through those knees. And again, maybe a little hop to the top of the mat. You can always step. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Again, we lengthen the spine, push more weight into the toes. Exhale, take a forward fold. Big toes together to touch, chair pose. So touch the floor, sitting low, and reach the hands up high. Whew. Know what you're thinking, everyone's favorite shape, everyone's favorite asana. Not really. So sitting low and make it your favorite. So ground into the heels, feel that connection to the floor, to the earth. Relax the shoulders, squeeze your glutes down, make it physical, make it strong. We'll take a twist here, we bring the hands together, lengthening as we sit our lowest. We twist to the right side first, keep heavy through the heels. So we twist to the right, my left elbow touches on the outside of the right leg. My thumbs are now in my armpit, I'm trying to lengthen, and then push and twist as I'm looking to the right side. Now make sure, please, that your knees stay in the same line. That left knee really wants to peek forward. And then see if you can sit lower and lift your twist up higher. Inhale, come back to a chair pose. Stay low. The burn is real, I know, but we're in it together, and I know you can do this. Bring the hands together. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, twist to the left side. Right elbow touches on the outside of the thigh. Find length again. Inhale, hug the belly in. Exhale, twist. Look to the left side. And then maybe back to the knees. Check that the right one is not peeking forward. Sitting nice and low. One more full round of breath here. Maybe you can sit a little lower. Good. Ujjayi breath. Inhale takes you up to stand. That should feel so good. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Take yourself into that halfway lift. Always that same little dance that keeps coming back. And like a good wash cycle, this is here to wash, rinse everything out. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale is where we meet, downward facing dog. Inhale to stay. Exhale to stay. Beautiful. Feet come a little closer together. Lift the right leg up. Inhale. Now see if you can stay there. Square off the hip. So I want your 5 toes to be able to face exactly down to the floor. And this might mean that you can't go as high as then when we open the hip. So really keep the baby toe going down too. And then ground maybe the left heel, your standing heel a little bit more. Say hello to the left side back of your leg. Inhale, lift the right leg a little higher. And then exhale, step it all the way forward. Back knee comes down to the floor. And then welcome yourself into our low lunge, arms up. Good. Big breath in here. See if you can now come a little bit forward. So last week we worked really upright. Inhale, lift again a little. Exhale, come forward, but keep the knee over the ankle. One more. Inhale. Feel the front of the hip stretch. Exhale. Come up with length then. Inhale. So we have a really long spine here. And then slowly interlace the fingers right behind your head. Inhale, lift your heart, gently start to look up. And then exhale, look towards the ceiling. Let your head fall into the hands. You should feel a delicious or just not so delicious, but you should definitely feel shoulder opening. And then open your heart, lift through the ribs. Let yourself get a little out of breath because that's what happens with back bends. Inhale, bring the hands all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands all the way down. Keep the left hand on the inside of your right foot. Curl the toes, lift the back knee, easy open twist. Right hand reaches all the way up. Big breath in here. Sit a little lower and get light into the left hand. Exhale. One more inhale, maybe you can lift that left hand off the floor. And then exhale, hands come down. Come back to your Hattie plank. Come to the knees or maybe cross the ankle on top of the other for a 3-legged plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Come into the back bend of your choice. And again, any back aches or tightness, really don't do an up dog. Stay there with cobra. Downward dog is our meeting point. Stay for the breath in. Exhale. Feet come a little closer, left leg to lift, halt. And then again, have a look at your toes. Make sure they're flexing down. I actually don't mind if you flex or point, but I don't want the hip to open just for the sake of lifting it higher. The right heel might come down more. Lift the left leg higher, higher, higher. And feel that stretch onto the back of the right leg. Push the floor away, rib cage to thigh. One more inhale, lift. And then exhale, step it forward. Quietly. Back knee down. Inhale to come up. Low lunge. We're back here. Inhale, we stay. Find some balance. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, reach. Can you grow a little taller through the spine? Exhale. lower. Inhale up. Last time to lower. And as you come up, really kind of tuck the tailbone to a lengthening. So we have a flat lower back, no dip there. Interlace the fingers behind you, maybe the other finger on top. And then imagine two hands onto the lower ribs, so lifting your torso up. So there's no crushing into the lower back. Your elbows, can you widen them? Can you look up and think about like a hook, and that your chest is lifting and drawing towards up to the ceiling. Take one more full round of breath. It's not going about backwards. Really just feel the opening. And as the inhale takes the arms back up, the exhale brings the hands down. The right hand stays down, nice and close to the left foot. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee. Easy open twist, inhale, left hand up. Now I like to straight away be on my fingertips, because as soon as I give myself the opportunity to weigh down into my right hand, well, it's down then. So trying here to stay for one more round of breath. Maybe not even use that right hand. Stay for one more breath in, and then exhale, hands come down. Come back to your plank, maybe cross the ankle, and exhale, lower. Slowly, every round, like it's the first round we're doing. Uncross if you're back bending, cobra, or your upward facing dog. And downward facing dog to come back to 3 breaths. Give yourself an invitation here to find more length with the heat that we've built. Continue that Ujjayi breath. Push the floor away, and then bend through those knees, lift the sit bones higher, and maybe ground those heels a little bit further down. They don't ever have to touch, so that's all good. Can you knit the ribs back in, wrap the triceps together, but make sure the shoulders peel out of the neck and the ears. One more round of breath. Bringing those feet a little closer to each other. Lift the right leg up, and again, keep the hips squared, the hip bones like 2 headlights going down. And then exhale, step it all the way forward, quietly again. Embrace the core here as you rise up, crescent lunge. There we go, we're back up. We've done this one before, but with the back knee down. See if you can still bend a little through the back knee to lengthen through the spine. And just find breath here. That still spot to focus on, which we call yoga or dristi. And it's basically that stare. Stay for 3 more breaths here. Last round. Relax the shoulders a little bit more, just finding the shape, nothing fancy. Lovely. Inhale, we stay. And exhale, bring the arms wide and flex your hands up. Like there's 2 walls from each side coming at you. You want to push them away. Feel the stretch on the inside of the arms. Great for everyone that types a lot, sits behind their computer, but keep this length through the spine, so don't start to kind of push the front of the chest forward. Keep flexing those fingers up energetically. Can you lift through the triceps as well? One more round of breath. It almost make you forget about the legs. Squeeze those glutes. And then inhale, reach the hands up high, and exhale, open up, warrior 2. Warrior 2 is a big step. So really take up your mat here. Have your back foot go rather more to the front than to the back. And then bounce if you need to, just 2 or 3 times only, to sit a little lower through the front leg. Push that knee more to the baby toe, so your big toe is visible if you were to look down. Find your breath here, 3 more breaths. See if you can find deepening with every exhale.
last round of breath. Try and bring that Ujjayi breath to fire the whole of your insides. And then slowly straightening through the front leg, reach the right hand back. We reverse here, feeling a beautiful stretch through the right side of your body. And then slowly coming all the way up, straight leg still, maybe a little hop forward, Trikonasana. Reach the right hand forward, right hand down, left hand up. And if you can, look up, otherwise look anywhere else. Push the right hip forward. And again, stay here and try and lighten through the right hand. So try not to weigh down. And 2 more breaths here. Collarbones start to really kind of come and shine up. Powerful breath, collarbones. Twist up more. And when you're ready, inhale takes you all the way up. Your toes turn all the way to the left side of your mat. Pigeon toe as well, moving a little bit more towards each other. Inhale, broaden through the chest. Exhale, forward fold. We bring the hands exactly in between the big toes, underneath the shoulders. And then inhale, lengthen the spine like your chaturanga arms, elbows in and backwards as your head falls down. Maybe your head is touching the floor, and I'll tell you, if you go wider with the legs, it makes it easier for your head to come closer to the floor. But you know, that's not the goal here. We're not going into a tripod or anything crazy. But hey, if you have that in your practice, let this be an opportunity. We'll take 2 more big breaths here. Can you find that weight to go more into the toes rather than into those heels? Head heavy, head heavy. Elbows behind you, 1 more breath. And then slowly we lengthen up, all the way. Move to the front of your mat, hands come down. Right leg comes back, and again, 3-legged flow is always okay, but you can absolutely take it down to the knees as well as we lower. Inhale, take the back bend, let that energize you. So, you know, if it's exhausting for you to take an up dog, it's nicer to do your baby cobra. Down dog is our meeting point. And again, big breath in, big breath out. Feet come closer together, left leg lifts up with that square hip. And then exhale, step it forward quietly. Make your rise up to your high lunge graceful, so use the core. And just be here. So find some length into the lower back. Relax the shoulders, find that drishti. Can you engage more through the glutes as we find depth, as we find strength? 3 more breaths here. And then notice what in your body starts to tense up when we need strength. Is it your jaw, your shoulders? Maybe your mind is checking out, maybe you're already having a sip of water. And it's really clever how our mind is so much stronger than our body, and it gives us so many ways out. Stay for 1 more full round of breath. You take your hands off to the side. And already like you're in narrow space, flex those hands as you bring it out. Feel that stretch in the inside of the hands, into the forearms, maybe into the full line of the arms. Get active through those hands as you face the fingers upwards. Push those 2 imaginary walls that are coming at you out. 2 more breaths here. You squeeze those glutes a little bit more. Relax the jaw, smile maybe through the corners of the mouth and the eyes, just softening your entire face. Inhale, bring those hands up, and exhale, open up, warrior 2, and challenge yourself. Go a bit bigger than you normally do. Bounce maybe 3 or 2 or 1 time And then widen through those hips, find opening. Lighten through the toes, push that left knee over your third and second toe. Working hard here. Stillness, focus, determination. 3, 2, straighten through the front leg then as we reverse, left hand towards back. Tell you what, I'm so happy I don't have my heat on. And then slowly coming all the way up. I like to take a little hop forward with my back foot, but maybe you want to stay. Lengthen, inhale. Left hand down, right hand up, exhale. So we are today in these really classic shapes. But see if you can find just a touch or a sprinkle more determination to stay and strength to find yourself, to bathe and marinate into these shapes. Push the left hip forward here, soften through that front knee. Spiral the collarbones up, and even if you're always leaning, just if it's even for the last 2 breaths here, can you not? And the inhale takes you up. Feet go to that right side of your mat. Pigeon toe again. Interlace the fingers behind you this time. Inhale. And then exhale, take a forward fold. So again, come forward towards the toes rather than sinking into those heels. Let your head be heavy. You might take another big breath in to lengthen. And then exhale to fold again. I always get a few crackles here, which I like. And if you have the flexibility here, guys, squeeze those hand palms together to close off the bind into the hands. 3 more breaths here. Use that breath to find your range of flexibility. One more round. And let the inhale take you all the way up. Moving back to the front of your mat, hands come down, left leg steps back. Maybe a 3-legged flow, maybe knees down, maybe no flow, you choose. Inhale, your back bends, big breath in, and exhale to a child's pose. So we have a moment to rest. Now make this relax through the arms as well. So let maybe your arms come beside you or underneath your forehead. Take a sigh here. We are beginning to cool down a little bit more. And one more round of breath. Slowly come back to your dome. And I want to keep that really calm, still mind. So little steps forward rather than jumping or anything like that. Hang upside down for that extra breath. And then slowly curl yourself up to stand. As you find yourself nice and tall into your stand, roll the shoulders down and back. And I always recommend kind of lifting all 10 toes and spread them widely on the floor. It gives you a little bit more balance. Hopefully it does. When you're ready, we just lift the right knee up. Make that a beautiful tabletop. So flex your toes right there. And we're already using that strength into the core to just lift that leg. That's why we did that individual lifting right at the start of your practice. Inhale, we stay here. And exhale, right hand to right knee. Can you bring it out to the side slowly? Open the right knee to the right. Now, not by twisting all the way to the right, so keep your body going all the way forward. Keep this softness through the left knee. Keep yourself standing nice and hold. One more round. Bring that right knee back forward. Bring the left hand on the right knee. Find this length through the spine. Try not to twist the knee, but slowly begin to twist your spine to your right side. Maybe extend your right arm behind you. 2 more breaths again. Maybe you even look behind you if you're feeling balanced, right? Coming back through center slowly and straight into a tree pose. You might go into your half lotus tree pose, so that's the side of your foot just resting onto the front of the thigh. Definitely not for everyone, right? It's a lot of hip flexibility. So go into your classic tree. If you like, sole of the foot into the inner thigh or inner calf. Never, ever, ever on the inside of the knee, because your knee would not like that. So always think sole of the foot to muscle, never to bone. Maybe stay here with the hands because we're grounding, we're cooling. But maybe you have a little bit more to receive and to give, then arms come up to full tree pose. Zip up through the lower abs, find your focus. Maybe even look up to challenge your balance. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And 1. Come out beautifully and gracefully, same way as we went in. Taking the feet down, shoulders roll down and back again. And we lift all 10 toes wide and ground them into the floor. Find that drishti straight from the beginning. And the left knee, lift it up, flex the toes. Stand tall by using your core. Soft standing knee, but strong muscles. When you're ready, keep breathing, left hand to left knee. Inhale, we stay. Exhale, open it to the left side. Stand tall, stand strong. Don't go too far, those hip bones are still like 2 headlights, straight forward. Bring it forward slowly. Very slowly change hands. Right hand touches down. Don't bring the knee in. Keep it in front of your left hip bone. Inhale, stand a little taller. Exhale, slowly begin to twist. Looking where you need to look to keep your balance. 3 breaths. Maybe a little smile to relax the face again. 1 more round of breath. Grow a little taller, lift the chin even. And make it a beautiful transition into your tree pose, using strength rather than hopping around. Hands are either together, or once you found your tree, maybe straight up again. Now really lift the chin. Hip bones go straight forward still, so don't twist. And if you did a half lotus on the other side, do it here too. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit more with your balance today, and it really doesn't matter if you fall out, then maybe close down your eyes as we hold our tree for 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Can you come up gracefully rather than like, oh my goodness, and smash to the floor. And then slowly bring it down. Inhale, bring the hands together, Samastiti. Shoot it up to the sky, big breath in. Big arms as you swan dive forward, bend the knees, forward fold. Halfway lift, big breath in. Maybe a last round of flow if you like to take another wash cycle. Otherwise you can meet in downward facing dog.
Hips again, high and long up, exhale. Right leg again, lifted up, hips stay square. Right knee to the right side of your mat, half pigeon we set up for. Shin, I always get asked, do I need to get that parallel? Maybe in one lifetime, but we just do what we can. And for me as well, my heel is much closer to my groin than it is to my left wrist, right? So see what you can do. Any knee pain, that's a no-go. Come onto your back. Otherwise, inhale, find a little bit of length into your proud pigeon first. And then with that length, come down and forward. And let your forehead rest, whether it's for a bit of height onto fists, maybe you have props, maybe you come down, but relax the shoulders and let gravity do all the work for you here. Square off the hips, that's important. Avoid knee pain, that's important. And other than that, just allowing yourself to be. You can untie and unmanage the breath now as you can easily breathe in through the nose. Maybe sigh like breath out through your mouth. So we encourage ourselves to soften and to relax a little bit more. We have 4 more. Delicious breath here. Can you absolutely melt here? Bathe here. Especially because I'm not asking you to stay for an extra 2 minutes. Take those sighs. Unload. And coming back onto your hands and back to your dog, nice and steady. Just stay for 1 breath in. Be still, 1 breath out. Left leg up, inhale, hips square. Exhale, setting up, left side half pigeon. Take your time, especially when we come into stretches. And as you drag the right leg back, find that proud pigeon first here, chest is up, long spine. And then exhale, come down and forward and find yourself to rest. And make that a capital letter, rest. Relax the fingers, the shoulders, the thighs and the hips, and the jaw and your face. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. For 3 more breaths. When the 3rd breath is emptied out, one last time, coming back slowly to your downward dog. 1 breath in again. 1 breath out. Bringing the knees down. 1 little back bend, climbing up, hands to the lower back. Your hand palms are facing down.
push the hips forward, lift the heart up high, and find your camel pose and hold for 3, for 2, 1. Come out slowly. Turn yourself around to come lie down. So much movement we have done, despite it being slow. So let's take a deep breath in and digest everything we've done, and then sigh it out. If you need a few more sighs, take it. Whole body being relaxed, so make little adjustments where necessary. As we take 2 minutes together as a group, and after that I will leave you, but I encourage you to stay longer. As a little visualization, start to bring yourself into a place where you feel relaxed and happy. And start to really see this place with your eyes closed. It can be a beach or holiday location. It can be your bed at home. Just start to absorb all you see there. Why this place makes you so happy and so relaxed. There's nothing to do there. Take in the temperature. Take a moment to acknowledge what you most appreciate there. Listening to the sounds there. And see yourself there, smiling, relaxed, happy. Most grateful for. My yogis, please stay for your savasana. You can use any mantra. Stay at your little holiday location, your place of relaxation a little longer. But give it a minimum